up, everybody? It's Tarantula Leah. Welcome. I, of course, am Leah. And today I've got a rehousing video for you of my Xenesthis species intermedia. It's very, very cool. Her name is Wampa. Of course, a Star Wars name, right? But yeah, anyhow, so I rehoused this beautiful girl, and as you can see in this video, you'll see exactly what I mean by beautiful tarantula, and one of those just amazing tarantulas that everybody loves to have in their collection. Sometimes they can't have them in their collection, and for various reasons, but I have one and I rehoused her, and here's the footage. Enjoy. Alright, as you can see, I have a brand new enclosure. I believe this one is from Tarantula Cribs. They make some very nice acrylic enclosures that are great. As you can see, I'm also putting down the first layer of substrate that I like to moisten real good, as this species actually comes from Venezuela, and in Venezuela it is quite humid in most parts of Venezuela. And this specific tarantula, the Xenesthis species intermedia, comes from the rainforest or the jungles of Venezuela, so that humidity is definitely a must for this tarantula. They are very terrestrial. Mine doesn't burrow quite as much as other species from like Brazil or even like the green bottle blue from Venezuela. They don't really burrow quite as much, so mine is always out in the open and ready for any kind of worm or cricket to come out. Which makes this tarantula also a very cool, very beautiful display tarantula, because the coloration on this tarantula is actually quite stunning, with that pink sunburst on the carapace and those black legs and the red setae on her booty, making this tarantula, I mean, just stunning, absolutely stunning. Very, very pretty spider indeed. As you can see, I'm also adding a lot of foliage, like leaves and flowers and stuff, into this enclosure. This is actually to provide a bit of cover and anchor points for this tarantula, because the more she feels covered, the more she feels like secure and kind of more in a jungle and stuff, the less spicy a tarantula she's gonna be. So she won't be throwing too many throat poses or slapping the ground quite as much as if I hadn't been adding all of this leaves and flowers and arrangements and whatnot. This is a fairly new tarantula to the hobby, which means that the species was recently discovered, I believe, in 2012, and they have just barely been introduced maybe 5 or 6 years ago. But it is really cool having one of these beautiful species in my collection. Again, like I said, they are terrestrial. They do like to hang out pretty much out in the open all the time. Mine has one heck of a feeding response. As soon as I drop a cricket or a worm in there, she is all over it. Very quick, very, very quick to pick up that food. Just a fascinating, wonderful species all around. I highly recommend this tarantula for anybody who's in the hobby who wants a real colorful species to look at or to really enjoy. This is definitely one of those tarantulas, because not only are they really quick to eat and they're beautiful to look at, but they are also a relatively fast growing species. I would say I've had mine for about 1.5 years, and she has definitely doubled in size within that time, and she's still not done growing. This species usually gets about 7.5 inches, maybe 8 inches or so. They are, like I said, relatively new. They are kind of considered a bird eater, but I don't believe they're quite as big as some bird eater species. But as you can see here, she is showing off those beautiful colors and those beautiful red setae on her booty, that beautiful pink sunburst on her carapace, and those jet black legs. Just all around very pretty, very beautiful species. She was actually quite cooperative, and I really enjoyed rehousing her. Alright, everybody, I hope you enjoyed watching Wampa get into a new house as much as I enjoyed making that enclosure and putting her in there. As you can see, I have kind of some guest people helping me make this enclosure in the video. But it was a lot of fun to make. I hope it's a lot of fun for you guys to watch. I hope that you continue to enjoy these videos, and if you do, like and subscribe, and don't forget, you know, tune in as often as you want, as often as you can. I've got some really cool videos coming up, and I will see you guys next time. Yo.